I'm a physician from Northern California. I have been very impressed with everything about CPI. I think for people, particularly my fellow physicians, what they want to know, many of the orthopedic issues have MRI documentation, which just adds to the credibility for me. When I was treated 3 months ago, I used their specialty stem cells. The pain just continued to go away, so I've gone back to being able to swing a tennis racket, do a little boxing with literally no problems at all. I am convinced that stem cells has a very real purpose in the future of medicine. I feel that at my age, which is 70, it's provided me a more enthusiastic vision of my future. My name is Sean. I'm a physician from Northern California. I am here at CPI because I have stage 4 arthritis in both my glenoid joints, and both of my rotator cuffs are shot, as they say, with multiple tears, all due to athleticism over the course of my lifetime. I played sports such as football, volleyball, boxing, weightlifting, various others like bicycle riding, with lots of injuries and falls. The issues of pain in my shoulders, limiting my range of motion, preventing sleep, started to catch up with me about 5 years ago. I was starting to face the options of surgery. I underwent 2 lesser invasive treatments called debridements, where the shoulder joints are cleaned out, but I was trying to hold off on having the recommended shoulder replacements. The pain level was most noticeable if I was doing something athletic, particularly prolonged. I couldn't do near what I could in the past. Perhaps more annoying to me in my life was the pain that I would get at night. I would wake up in pain. At those moments, it would be more like an 8, and I'd have to get up, maybe take some anti-inflammatories. Because I'm a physician, I know the long-term side effects of even the so-called NSAID medication. So when I did take them, it would be no more than just for a few days. But I chose to live with pain as opposed to taking the usual prescribed medications. I learned about CPI as a combination of perusing the internet and listening to Joe Rogan. I have friends that were formerly my patients, very sophisticated people who actually were treated up in Northern California. So I'm of the firm belief that the stem cells that are available here in Mexico are better than those that gave my patients relief back prior to 2019. So relative to how I was prior to my treatments, as I mentioned, my pain, my range of motion, my function, I'm doing great. I'm ready for a bar fight. And I have been able to sleep much better. And after doing some careful rehab, rubber bands to strengthen my cuffs, the pain just continued to go away. So I've gone back to being able to swing a tennis racket, do a little boxing with literally no problems at all. I have been very impressed with everything about CPI. As a person who has some history in trying to deliver preventive medicine treatments to the American public, I can imagine the amount of work and effort that's gone into establishing this place. The staff seems very professional and adept. Many of the orthopedic issues have MRI documentation, which just adds to the credibility for me. I think for people, particularly my fellow physicians, what they want to know is I've been very impressed with the physician that I met here 3 months ago who did my injections. I know how to size up a doctor. This guy is good. He is focused. He takes his work seriously, very accurate with a needle. I do recommend CPI. It's easy to get to. I would recommend it to anybody that has an orthopedic injury. I would recommend it to anyone who has an autoimmune disorder based on the success stories that I've heard. MS patients. In conventional medicine, we don't have a whole lot to offer. Many of these people are getting better dramatically. Rheumatoid arthritis, I would run down here and get treated. Sometimes it's with even one treatment and the results seem to last for years. I can't explain it. I think it's something much more than placebo. It's provided me a more enthusiastic vision of my future, that maybe I'm not going to have to face all the typical orthopedic surgeries that so many people my age do as they get older, particularly if they stay athletic.
For a free doctor call to see if stem cells is the right option for you, visit us at cpistemcells.com.